Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video of Tokyo Ghoul Dark War. Now, today's episode is going to be very cynical, and I do apologize for it. But going into this, I would like to warn you that that's going to be what this is going to be, and I would like to go ahead and pop into this for today and just see what the game has to offer. Because we did get a new update here on Tokyo Ghoul Dark War of some brand new events. Now, we had a festival a little bit ago, of which gave the dual unit of Motto and Amon, and that was quite cool. I was actually grinding it up, and I was super excited to get them. I decided I didn't want to spend any diamonds to clear my trials for the day, so I decided that tomorrow I'll buy the festival discount, of which is like day 4, and I'll just get that to get the last single shard I needed for them. I'm at 79 out of 80. And as the day rolled over, the festival went away and was replaced by this Corona Yukata. Now, I am trying to collect her now, and I am trying to work on her, but it's left me in a state where, because they dropped the new characters, I can't get the character I was trying to work for. So I was quite upset about that, and I was like, well, that's just how it goes. So we did get 4 new characters dropped as of that update as well a couple days ago. We had the Corona Yukata, which is quite cool. We have the Nishiro Yukata. We have the Arima Yukata. And we have the Nishio Yukata as well. So they all were inside the game before, and we did see their art already from some data mines. But that's just what that was. And today what I wanted to do is look at their kits, talk about them a little bit. I'm just going to try and rush through this because honestly, there's not a heck of a lot to it, but we'll just pop into it real quick. So she has several bonds. So she has her sister, which is the Yukata version, Hakuja Kaneki and Dual Blade Amon, the dual unit of Motto and Amon, and the dual unit of her sister and herself, and the Nishiki Nishio. So her bonds actually are quite expensive. It requires you to get 2 of the new characters, as well as the dual units of the old version of her and her sister from a festival, and the Motto and Amon, which is super, super expensive. So that is going to take a while if you don't have them already. She is an attacking type unit, and she has Thrash, which is she waves things in the front and slams. Cool. She does a thing where she stretches out her Kagune, pulls in the enemies, and then dealing damage to enemies in a straight line in front. So she kind of just makes them all in front of her and makes sure that they're there. But she deals damage to the enemies. We have Stormy. Corona stabs her Gune into the ground, dealing damage to surrounding enemies 4 times and triggering a crit when hitting slowed enemies, which is quite nice, honestly, because she does synergize with her actual sister, which inflicts slow, so she's made to make sure that this crit triggers when the enemies are affected by her sister. And we have Twins Link, which is black. Increased lifesteal when Nishiro's on the team. In her Yukata, she gains 30% extra attack. So basically, you have to have the other Yukata version of Nishiro to make her viable, which means that this festival, even if you complete it, this character is useless unless you get the other one. Now, it's cool to have synergy, and I love that. But when your passive depends entirely on having one character instead of just having, like, Nishiro, then it's just you telling them to have the certain character and spend their money on it. If it was like, when any Nishiro character is alongside this character, then you get the buff, then I'd be like, oh, that's cool. You could have it where only when Nishiro's in the dual unit, you get the buff. Or when you use the SSR Nishiro, or the Yukata version that you want people to spend money on. But that's how it goes. And finally, at 5-star, she gets an extra little bit of HP by 20%, and she gains 10% extra attack off of her buff alongside her sister. So make sure you have her sister as well, otherwise her 5-star is useless as well. So that's how that goes. Going down here, we have Nishiro Yukata, of which has a really nice art. Honestly, I like her her cotton candy. Looks like she's eating a bunny's tail. That's kind of fucked up. I'm calling PETA on you. But we have bonds with Corona Yukata, which is obvious, Hakuja Kaneki and the Dual Blade Amon, the Motto and Amon, and the dual unit and the Nishiki as well. So they actually do share the exact same bonds between the two. Granted, this one is more focused on getting more HP personally, because this is a support unit in general. but it is quite nice. Honestly, having it where when you're investing in one of them, you get the bonds for both is quite nice. But we have her skill 1, which is Sweep. Nashiro waves her Gune horizontally, dealing a small amount of damage to enemies in front and slowing them for 60 seconds, which is going to help with that crit on the Corona. We have Nashiro's Halt, which is stabs her Gune in front 5 times, dealing damages 5 times to each enemy. L hit enemies within an area are slowed by 6% for 6 seconds. So what it does mean is it's very similar to the Hafukuja Kaneki's ability, where he just kind of stabs a bunch like that, but it gives an extra effect of like a weakness in terms of slowing. And also, because Corona's ability puts all enemies in front, this will do really well against that as well. So they kind of synergize like that as well. So there was thought put into it. And finally, we have Protective Field, which is Nashiro sets up a circular field. All teammates and herself within the field gain an extra barrier equivalent to Hiro's current health, lasting 8 seconds, which I imagine is her current health. So they gain like a small barrier for a little bit for like 20% of her current max HP. So typically alongside like a healer or something, do a pretty good job. And she's honestly pretty nice as a support unit. She'll definitely depend a lot on trying to actually get like a good synergy together. So yeah. And we have Twins Link, which is increase HP, and also when Corona Yasuhisa Yukata's on the team, gain 1% of maximum health every second. So she requires her actual team as well. But at 5-star, she gains, not only does she get increased health, but she also gets cooldown reduction by the percent of her passive. And finally, when Corona's on the team, gain 2% of max HP every second, so you get double the heal at 5-star. So if you're willing to drop your entire wallet to get both characters off of a festival, or willing to be patient enough to wait until they come around 2 or 3 times, then you'll have a pretty nice team together. Then we have the Arima Yukata, which is quite nice. It's quite cool, honestly. I don't know if he has Narukami on him, but it seems like he probably will, but it's kind of curious. He is an attacking unit, so it's the first actual attacking Arima SSR inside this game, of which bonds with the Owl, bonds with Mato and Amon, bonds with Hirako, which is quite expensive, Hafukuja Kaneki, and Kuroiwa and Shinohara Arata Protos, which is also quite expensive itself. So it is going to be a rougher time trying to get his full bonds, but he actually is really, really overwhelming. His first is dodge shots. Arima flashes forward in selected direction and fires 3 electric shots, so it seems like he will have Narukami. It's just, I don't know if this fan is just going to be how he shoots it or not. Lightning Explosion, which is Arima fires a bullet, which later will explode in a circular area in front, which is just a basic kaboom. And finally, the Ultimate Flash, which sounds so cool. So Aruna fires a beam of lie, dealing damage to enemies in a line after 1 second. This skill can trigger a crit, and when it does, the damage will be increased by 300%, or 300%. So, super cool attack. It sounds awesome. Who the fuck is Aruna? And why is he firing a beam of lie? I don't comprehend how you can work on 4 characters for 3 months and misspell one of the attacks. I am genuinely blown away that no one proofread the 4 characters that came out for issues. And granted, the Corona had like the missing G on damage. That's small. That's okay. The sentence has 2 mistakes in it, and they're just fine to drop it. Dark War, please. Also, his actual Yukata's clipping a texture, just like the Shinohara Arata Proto has been for the entirety of his life. So that's unfortunate. But we do have Million Voltage, which increases his crit rate, so he actually is going to be a pretty cool unit. His damage alongside the crit will work pretty well alongside other characters that synergize with crit. Characters like Hafukuja Mori, Hoji Chishe, for example. Characters like that will be quite fun. So it's quite cool. And at 5-star, we get all of Arima's attacks will mark the target with an electric effect. When marking targets reach 3 stacks, Arima stuns the enemy and deals damage equivalent to 400% of his basic attack. Meaning that anytime 3 hits hit the enemy, they get stunned and take 400% damage. And also, his first fires 3 shots. So he's going to be a really crazy unit if people get him up to 5-star. He's going to be one of the best attackers in the game right now. It'll pop off a lot of passive damage and constantly have damage going off because of the crits as well. So it'll be fantastic, and I want him a lot. But he's going to cost a lot, and when the festival comes around, I'll try and end up getting him, but I really don't know about it. And finally, we have Nishio Yukata, which is a MT character here, which bonds with Tsukiyama Whiteshirt, bonds with Kaneki and Toka, Yoshimura Owl, Hakuja Kaneki, and the two sister units in the Yukatas. So he doesn't cost that much. Dual units are quite bad, and getting Tsukiyama Whiteshirt's quite rough, and the two Yukatas are kind of rough, actually. So yeah, no, that's really expensive, thinking about it now. It also has no defense bonds here, but I mean, I guess I have 2 of them, so that's nice. But yeah, no, it's quite hard to get all those bonds up together. So he is going to be a little bit rougher to use. Plus, MT characters require like a really distinct set to become better than Arima Ixa. Arima Ixa is just a really overwhelming force. But our first is Meteor Strike. Nishio dashes towards selected direction, weaves Suguni upon landing, dealing damage to surrounding enemies. So it is like a little bit of a whip downwards, so that's cool. Nothing really off of that. It'd be cool if it had like a stun on it or something, but that's how it goes. We have Nova, which Nishio spins to create a damage-absorbing barrier lasting 4 seconds, dealing damage to surrounding enemies after the barrier disappears. So basically what I'm thinking about from this is it's a 8 trigrams palm rotation, where he just spins his arms around in all directions and hopes that someone's close enough to hit. And if they're not close enough to hit, they take no damage and it does nothing. But like, he absorbs damage himself, so that'll be cool. And it could be fun. It's mostly focused around the fact that he's supposed to use his 3rd first because we have Battle Cry. Nishio gathers a circular field, taunting all enemies within an area for 4 seconds and lowering the enemy's attack by 30%. Now, this could work really well, depending on how big it is and what position you use him in inside Arena. The issue is that the big important part about MT characters is you need to have passives that reach all teammates. If Battle Cry is used when you're having your Nishiki on the far left or far right side of Arena, it'll only affect him and the person next to him. It won't actually affect the entire team. So you need to have him in the middle, which is kind of rough for trying to do Arena stuff especially. But if it reaches everybody in the middle, then that's fine. It's just, I don't know how relevant this will be. That's the reason why Hinami Christmas wasn't that worth it, honestly. Because her circle wasn't actually... You couldn't get people to make sure they're in the circle because it wasn't big enough. So we'll see how he is, but it seems kind of sketch. And finally, his passive is increased health in general. Finally, when he goes to 5-star, he gets, when receiving lethal damage, Nishio gains a barrier equivalent to the number of stacks multiplied by 5% of his health. Barrier will not disappear as time goes by. Now, what does that mean? So when he almost dies, he gains a barrier equivalent to the number of stacks multiplied by 5% of his health. So is it his maximum health? Because if so, he'll gain 5% of his max health and then die in 5 seconds. Because he'll take 5% damage in a second and die anyway. Is it a certain thing he's stacking? What's he stacking? What's it multiplying by? What is the number? This 5-star makes no sense even when you try and read it straight up. And if it is 5% of his max HP, it's worthless. So I don't know about Nishiki, and on paper he sounds like shit. So we'll see for right now. My only goal for this is going to be to collect this Arima, because like everyone else, I could give less of a shit about. Most of the reason why I'm still here was because I felt like there was hope for this game. But with no gameplay added for this, we're on the 1.2.9 update, and we've been playing this game for a year and a half now, to very little actual content change. And the final, like, straw for me right now is I went into here, and I looked at all the stuff that's here. We have the same VIP bullshit that's always been here. Hey, top up a bunch and maybe you'll get good item. Hey, top up a bunch and you'll get an Ammon dual blade. Hey, spend all your diamonds and you'll get a bunch of SSR chests that are useless now because you get them so often. Hey, spend diamonds for all these items that are useless. Top up, top up, top up. And it's killing me. But during this update, they added a new special store. And this special store is here to present to you supposedly what they imagine to be the best deals in this game. And it's complete garbage. And I am fucking done with this shit. So they released... So I'm going to talk about this one first. So first they released these. This was a separate store, of which was, you can spend diamonds on all of these every single week, and you'll end up being able to get all of the items you want off of it. So you can get, for 4,500 diamonds, get Tsukiyama Gourmet up to 5-star. That useless character you don't actually want. You want to get Arima or Yoshimura Owl and Tatara up to 5-star in one top-up? Use 800 diamonds. That's the LeaIsChill gift. We can't spell it right, but you should spend all your money on it. Gloves pack, necklace pack, cloth pack, and shoes pack. Can you really not spell necklace when you're trying to charge me a multi-and-a-half for a necklace? It's for an errata, so that's fine. It's supposed to, like, be worth it. And it could be if you spend 10,000 diamonds. But fuck me, man. What are you expecting, Game Samba? And I looked at special offers here. And this is the grossest shit in the world. And I'm done. EXP pack. For $1. You get 5 EXP potions. Which is worth, like, maybe a level at level 100. For $1. Okay. Coffee pack. 1E, by the way. 3 sets of 120 stamina for $3. Okay. RC pack. Weekly diamonds, which is $10 for 1,000 diamonds per week. Weekly pack, which is $20 for 10 VIP tickets. VIP tickets can't pull you a full SSR anymore. So this is basically $20 for 12 shards of a character. Advanced gem pack. $30 for 2 advanced gems and 5 energy boxes. Okay. Epic gem pack. You can get mythic gems for $50 and 5 advanced energy boxes. Oh man. For $60, you can get the Tsukiyama Gourmet and all of these cool items. Oh man, oh boy. And finally, for the final LeaIsChill gift, for $100, you get Yoshimura Owl and Tatara, and just complete garbage. If Game Samba can't afford to spell deluxe right, but expects you to spend $100 on that pack, that is nonsensical. And this game is so unbelievably money hungry. I haven't spent money on this game in over a year now. And I'm ashamed of the fact that I did in the first place. And this game embarrasses me with how it manages its bullshit. And I'm done. Wholeheartedly. I don't give a shit what 1.3 becomes. Dark Warrior dead to me. I said this before, and I quit. Then you updated. The update can't even bring me back at this point. You have had useless features in Awakening. So this Awakening tab was made so that you can evolve new characters to SSR. But any character added post-update that isn't just like these, like this version of Juzo, for example, you can't actually evolve. You can grind up these raid materials and you can get them up to SSR. But any character that has these acquisition routes and the Corona medals, you can't even get to SSR. These are literally PNGs that you can't reach, but they consider it to be content. So, Dark War, I'm sorry. I gave you a chance. We all gave you a chance. People quit. People went away. People tried their best. And you squandered it. So, this is me saying that I am uninstalling Dark War today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support on this series. But I'm good on all this bullshit. And I don't give a shit what they add next time. I'm done. Thank you for watching. Take it easy. I'll see you guys next time, and don't forget, pray to Banjo for a new Tokyo Ghoul game. All of them are kinda not quite working enough, you know? But yeah, so thank you for watching. Take it easy, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now, everybody.